guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Low Carb for Life. Sorry it's been a while. I haven't been around. Had a few things going on with my kids, with me, lots of doctor's appointments because I finally got my surgery date for my bariatric sleeve surgery. It's going to be on the 24th. I might Facebook Live while I'm in the hospital. I might do a YouTube Live while I'm in the hospital. So those of you that follow me, you can see how that goes. I will still do some videos, maybe more talking videos for a little while because I won't really be up to cooking as much after doing recovery and whatnot. But I figured today, since I found a really cool recipe that I wanted to share with you guys, I would go ahead and do this and see how it comes out because I haven't made it yet, so we're going to learn this together. So today we're going to be making an almond flour bread, which is low carb, same amount of protein as regular bread, but it's only 1 carb per slice as opposed to 24 carbs, or 24 carbs for 2 slices, so it would be like 2 carbs for 2 slices of bread for a sandwich, and then same 4 proteins per 2 slices. So still better protein for the carbs. So if anybody's out there still craving some bread and want to make a sandwich, I know we did the high protein cloud bread, but this is just looks more like a actual sandwich. So let's go ahead and try and get this started. So first thing we're going to do, we have our ingredients. We have 7 eggs, and I got my eggs from my friend who has a local farm, and she has eggs, so chickens lay these really cool different colored eggs. I got a green one, brown one, so we got 7 eggs, half a cup of melted clarified butter, 2 cups of blanched almond flour. You could use almond meal, but it might come out a little more grainier, so I personally say that the blanched almond flour is a little bit better for this one. Baking powder, 1 teaspoon, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to crack our eggs into our bowl. And I'm doing this on my phone today because my laptop just has not been working out so well. So we're going to see how this does. I think it might just be a little bit clearer because my laptop's a little bit older too. So let's do 7 eggs. And while you're getting your ingredients together, make sure you have your oven preheating on 350 degrees to bake your bread. Nice. Eggs, 1, 2. And you need a hand mixer for this. You'll need a bread loaf pan to bake your bread in. Parchment paper or wax paper to line your pan with so that the bread does not stick. I don't recommend baking it with cooking spray because cooking spray still will make it stick to the pan, and you don't want to add any extra fat by buttering your pan. So parchment paper is definitely the way to go. Alright, so we got our 7 eggs in the bowl, and we're going to use our hand mixer. We're going to mix this up thoroughly on a number 1 low speed so it's nice and blended. Speed 2. See this nice and mixed and together, you're going to add your half a cup of clarified butter. And clarified butter is just basically when you melt butter and the liquid, the the yellow is separates from the white parts, which is basically like the dairy that's in butter. It just separates, and you want that yellow part. So you need to, if you do ahead of time, you can do a couple of cups of butter in a melting pan, and then as it cools in your refrigerator, you take the part that's on top, that's solid, and that's your clarified butter. So, and then that way you're getting that extra dairy out, which also makes this a little bit better because you're not getting all that extra fat from the dairy too in your from your butter. So we got a half a cup right here. You mix that in so it's all together. And at this point, sorry about that. At this point, your batter's going to look liquidy because it's just basically all egg and butter right now, but it's all mixing together. Can you see that? And then continuing on a low speed, we're going to add in our dry ingredients, which is our 2 cups of flour, our 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then our salt. You're going to mix this together so you get a nice creamy batter. I'll show you what it looks like again when it's all mixed together. Alright, so the batter is all mixed together. And give it a look really quickly, see? It's a nice pretty yellow batter. Alright, and now I'm going to get a scraper. And we're going to go ahead and scrape this into our pan. See how I've already got my pan all together with my parchment all lined through it. All the sides. And just a regular bread loaf pan. And I mean, you don't have to do a bread loaf pan if you don't want to. You can always make it a different way. But for slicing to make sandwiches, this is the best way to do it. Alright, so now we're going to pour our batter in. Nice and even. Okay. You just want to make sure it's nice and even in your pan. Alright. Perfect. And this is what it's going to look like when it's in your pan. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and bake this in our oven at 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. So we will be back as soon as it comes out. Okay, so our bread has come out of the oven. Took 45 minutes in my oven to do it, and it got a nice golden yellowy color. Let me see if I can flip this. Nope, I can't. Alright, so try to do this. It's a nice yellow, kind of golden, and that's exactly what we want. And it's nice and firm to the touch, so we know it's baked all the way through. We're going to let this sit for 10 minutes before we slice it. And one loaf pan will probably do about 10 to 12 slices, depending on how thick you make it. So, in about 10 minutes after it's cooled down, we'll come back and we'll slice a piece off and see how we did. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and we let it cool down for a little bit. I took it out of the pan, took the parchment paper off, and this is how it came out. Now, it didn't get as high as like a regular loaf of bread, which probably is because my loaf pan was a little bit bigger, I think, maybe? I don't know. Still looks good. So we're going to go ahead and cut into it and let's see how it tastes. Let's find our cutting board. Here we go. Cutting board right here. Still a little warm, but that's okay. Warm bread is good. Get a little cutting knife. Go ahead and get us a slice right here. Ooh. That's what it looks like. On the inside, it looks like bread. Not bad. I definitely could see myself putting maybe a little peanut butter or having a small sandwich with this. Or having it in the morning with an egg. Definitely. Nice and light and airy. And it kind of has the same taste as when you make a cloud bread. That's what I'm going to go. I would definitely say, definitely like cloud bread. I call it a win. I'm not sure exactly how many slices I'll get out of this loaf. Because like I said, maybe my pan's a little bit bigger than a normal loaf pan. That's why I didn't get like as high. But I'm calling it a good recipe. I definitely can see myself making things out of this. So that's all we're going to do today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can be one of the first to see the videos when they first pop up. And the next time I see you, hopefully I will have had my surgery. So until then, remember, food can taste just as good as skinny feels. Bye!